Sitare Zameen is about Gulshan, a disgraced basketball player who is given a second chance by teaching a group of intellectually disabled people. The rest of the film is about how Gulshan learns a lot more from this journey than he set off to teach. Now, in no way, shape or form, Sitare Zameen is a sequel to Tare Zameen Par. It is in namesake a sequel, but nothing beyond that. The only similarity is that it's a story of a teacher and a student. That's where the similarities end. The rest of it is a very different and a film within itself. Now, talking about something that I really liked about the film, I like how happy and uplifting the film is. Like this is one of the most straight up happy films that I've seen in recent times, in the sense that even in its darker moments, even in moments where characters are arguing or fighting, it still has a tone to it that's kind of uplifting. It's very hard to explain, but when you watch the film, you really go back and look at even the disagreements that the characters have. They're just nice. It never tries to be more than that. It never dwells deeper into the sadness of the film. It only tries to give you a joyous time. And in that sense, I enjoyed the film to a certain extent. There are a lot of scenes in Sitare Zameen that work individually. Like there are some beautiful moments, like that interval moment where Aamir Khan is trying to teach someone a certain thing, which I'll not spoil, but I thought it was really beautifully done. And the same scene has a comeback in the second half, is more of a payoff or a kind of a reference in the second half that also tells us what Gulshan learned from this experience, so which I thought was a really nice circle moment. But this is where also the problem lies. There are individual moments that work in Sitare Zameen but when you put all of it together as a narrative, it sadly doesn't work. This is a very zoomed out film. This is a very broad film. What I mean by that is that it's always almost a high level look at events that are happening. It never goes into the details. Now this can be good and bad as well. It's good because you're consistently maintaining the flow of the film, which breezes through the entire events, but it's bad because you're not able to explore the characters as deep as you can. You're not able to explore a lot of the conflict in the film as much as you can. It's great that the film tries to normalize how intellectually disabled people go through their lives. It's very nice because rather than having a special focus on them, the film just tries to make them feel normal. And much like a dialogue in the film, Sabka Apna Apna Normal, it's very true to that. It never tries to make it feel like it's a big deal. It's just normal, and that is the way it should be. That's something really appreciable. But sometimes in certain scenes and certain emotions, they just don't click because of how high level the entire thing is. Also, I really have to say that Aamir Khan's performance is a bit off in the film. It never really comes together, and I think the film's wavelength is here and his acting was a wavelength above. It almost feels like he's not able to let go the character that he did in PK, and this just continues his kind of a very broad form of acting where it's very heavy on expressions, and he does this thing with the eyebrows, and I don't know how to even replicate it, which is very distracting, which is honestly very distracting if you ask me. His performance was fine. There are some moments which it works, but generally speaking, it doesn't really go with the wavelength of the film. It always feels a notch above, and this exact problem also had with his previous film, Lal Singh Chaddha, where his performance literally felt so out of place. Same thing goes here again. Though it's a bit more toned down than his performance in Lal Singh Chaddha, it still seems a bit too different from whatever the film is going for. So all of these things make the film an okay watch. It's not something that I would urge you to go and watch in theaters. It's also not something I can discourage someone who's going to watch it. I'm not gonna be like, don't watch that movie, it's bad. I think it's pretty watchable, and I think it gives you a decent experience, but there's nothing really memorable to take home from it. There's nothing really that you remember. There's nothing that makes you ponder or think. It's a very smooth, breezy film, and that's about it. So that is my take on Sitare Zameen Par. Now, I have not watched the original film. Since this is a remake, I have not watched the Spanish original. So if you have seen it, how does it compare to the original? Is it a pretty good remake? Is it not? I would really love to know. Please comment down below. If you found this video interesting, do subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.